Okay, I've read the Bible 5 times in my life. 5 times. No kidding. And nowhere else in the Bible do I see where anybody wrestles with God. But I'm assuming that it was an angel as far as, it was an angel, you know. But he had taken his wives and his children. And I've got a point to this, so just bear with me. All y'all, just bear with me. He had taken his wife and his children and took them away from him, and then he came back to where he was staying at alone. And for some odd reason, an angel came and started wrestling with him. It don't say what about, I've looked everywhere, it don't say what about, nothing. And they fought all night long, and the angel couldn't overpower him, couldn't overpower Jacob. I guess without really, hurting him, and didn't want to hurt him or something, I don't know. That's what it says, he couldn't overpower him. And then he looks at Jacob and he says, "Let me go." And Jacob says, "No, I will not until you bless me." And the angels looked at him and says, "Well, what's your name?" And he said, "Jacob." And he said, "Jacob, since you have wrestles with God and have overcome the humans and overcome this, I will now call your name is no longer Jacob. You will be called Israel." Okay. Now, his favorite son was his youngest one because he had it in his older age. It was up in age when he had Joseph, and Joseph was only 17, and he was out in the field minding the flocks, the sheep. And God wanted Joseph to, well, he picked Joseph to do his bidding, to do what he wanted him to do in the long run. And so they sent for Joseph. Joseph comes in and God blesses him and he chooses him. And anyway, to make a long story short, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to the point. Joseph does like I did, and started telling his dreams a little too early. And people get jealous. And they shouldn't. But they did. And his brothers got jealous because they were doing sheaves. Sheaves. And they were all around him, and his stood straight up in the dream, and theirs bowed down, and they was furious. Okay, then I'm getting to a point here. The point is, God, even though they sold Joseph because they were so jealous over him and they hated him so much, and his father, Israel, he got called Israel after they fought with the angel, had made him a cloak, and they were jealous over that. God takes all evil, and he uses everything and turns it around to the good for whatever person is getting the evil done to them. Okay? Like Joseph did wound up being in a position where they bowed down to him because God fixed it that way. Okay? He took everything that he went through, him being in prison from Potiphar's wife, falsely accusing him of lying on him, and everything like that, But what I'm trying to say is, whatever you do to a person, whether it be jealousy or gossip about them or put them down behind their back or act like they're friends to their face and then stab them in the back, it's going to come back on you, and it's not going to come from me. It's going to come from God. And God's going to take whatever you do to me and turn it around for the good. And that's what he's doing. Okay? Because that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Every time y'all do this to me, every time you do this to me, I go quiet because I am an empath. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. I'm not trying to make you or anybody else bow down to God. I'm just talking about God. I just love God. He's my God. But I will not come on there when I have the essence of the Holy Spirit with me so powerfully all the time for people to put him down. Because if you put me down, you're putting him down. No. He does not deserve it. He does not deserve it. I don't deserve it. I'm not going to yell and scream and put anybody down. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stoop to that level. He's raising me above it all. But then I feel like I need to come down and touch base to let you know, hey, calm down. Y'all need to calm down. You're taking it too far. You stepped over every boundary I've got. You stepped on all my toes. Okay? You're doing whatever you want to me and getting away with it. Okay? But in the long run, you won't. So that's why I say I wouldn't if I was you, because God takes everything and turns it to the good for the person that it's getting done to. And that's what he's going to do. I forgive you. I turn my cheek. They're both sore. 6 years is a long time to put up with it. But it's nothing like 30 years was for him. So I think I can handle it. But I'm not going to put him out there for y'all just to use as a punching bag when he's already been through it. He's not going to have to go through it again, not when he's with me.